Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and I have some great news for you, and those great news are that Silence Priest is back. I have built the most successful Silence Priest deck for all Rise of Shadows metas, the original one, after the nerfs, after the buffs, and I really thought that the Hall of Fame, the Mind Blast Hall of Fame, would kill the archetype, but no, I managed to make it work once again. And this is the build. So, double Spellbreakers, Holy Novas and Quartz Elementals. Quartz Elemental gives you another minion, so that you have even more stuff to hit face. Holy Nova allows you to deal with some whiteboards. Taunts are relatively low performance at the moment, and it can also heal up your Quartz Elementals if they're not silenced. And another Spellbreaker means that there's just so much silence to go around. This makes Silence Priest work again. I used this deck on my Legend Climb this season, 80% win rate, excellent deck, excellent performance. So there is a playable Priest deck again. If you are new to Silence Priest is a very aggressive Priest deck that plays overstated minions that have downsides. So Ancient Watcher can't attack, Arcane Watcher can't attack unless you have spell damage. So pretty big downsides, heals your opponent, can't attack while damaged. But these minions have great stats, so you play these minions, you silence your own minions, and then you buff them up with extra arms, you buff them up with powered shield, and then there's the Divine Spirit Inner Fire combo that can just make them huge killers. But Silence Priest is aggressive and it's not completely reliant on that Divine Spirit Inner Fire. It's useful, it wins some games, but you also win a lot of games just by making big minions and punching face with those. There are a lot of silence effects in the deck. There's the Dalaran Librarian, silence adjacent minions. Sometimes you silence just one minion with this, sometimes you silence two. There's Unsleeping Soul, silence a friendly minion, then summon a copy of it. Great card, especially with the Watchers. And then there's Spellbreaker and there's Silence. And both of these can also be used to silence opponents' minions. So with those you need to think about, okay, do I want to use these to silence my own stuff, or do I want to save these to silence the opponent's stuff? And once you get some big minions rolling, Faceless Rager, Battlecry, copy of friendly minions, health, you can make this one a pretty big minion as well. There's also a little bit of card draw in the deck in the form of No-Chai Cleric. So you have these big minions, they are likely to survive some damage, Cleric and heal can give you more cards. And now that there's Holy Nova in the deck, sometimes you can even do Cleric and Holy Nova and heal multiple minions for multiple cards, even though that's pretty rare. So you need to think of this as an aggro deck, because that's what it is. It's an aggro deck. You want to be very aggressive and you want to finish the games quickly. Don't think of Silence Priest as a combo deck. You have the Divine Spirit Inner Fire combo, and you win some games with that, and depending on your hand you might even try to line things up for that one. But in general, think of it as just putting in big minions and hitting face very rapidly. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're looking for No-Chai Cleric, Ancient Watcher, Arcane Watcher. Those are your three key cards. Then if you have No-Chai Cleric, you might consider keeping an extra arms, because Cleric into arms is pretty powerful. If you have some Watchers, you can consider keeping some silence effects, like a Dalaran Librarian. And if you're facing something like Paladin Hunter, something that's probably going to magnetize some mechs, you can consider keeping Silence or even a Spellbreaker in anticipation of that. And also if you have the Watchers, you can consider keeping Faceless Rager, just to make a copy of that Watcher's health. So there are a bunch of these conditional keeps, but it all comes down around Cleric, Ancient Watcher, Arcane Watcher. Those are the key cards. If you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at the renewed Silence Priest in action. The Librarian is not enough. I need to get a Watcher here. I don't get a Watcher, but I do get a Cleric. Can Shaman kill Cleric turn 1? Oh, the Lightning Bolt they can. Kept 3 cards. I think I still try with the Cleric. I was contemplating going Cleric and Powered Shield on turn 2 in order to avoid Cleric getting killed. But it's pretty unlikely for the cleric to get killed anyway. I need the card, right? What if there's something? Yeah, I just need to get the card here. Can't use the powered shield. I lost this game already. This draw is not good enough. This draw simply is not good enough. I drew all of my 5 mana cards. Every single one. Well, that was the worst draw ever. So much value from the Underbelly Angler. That was weak, luckily. But if he has the health buff Murloc for next turn, that's going to be a big deal. So I need to silence the Angler. Stop that value from coming in. And hope that there's no Coldlight Seer now. Because Coldlight Seer, of course, immediately wins the game. But if there's no Coldlight Seer, then maybe there's something I can do. It's a lot of damage coming in, of course. But at least this board is going to go away. He still has 6 cards, so life still won't be easy. I don't think I have what it takes. Tasty is pretty sweet. So do I need to play Elemental and then Powered Shield it, even if I may end up silencing it later on? Do I silence it now? Do I silence the Tasty Fin so that it cannot draw cards? I might also do that. I don't need to use the Powered Shield yet. I just want to silence the Tasty Fin. Not let him draw any cards right now. Let's try this approach. I have another Holy Nova in hand. Just in case that there is no damage. There is plenty of damage. Okay. So Holy Nova isn't enough, right? Is there anything that is enough? I will still have to Holy Nova this turn, right? What else can I do? Another Bluegill or something just wins the game instantly. So I need to trade away a Wall Eater. Like this. I'm going to have to play the Holy Nova. I can play Cleric and then Holy Nova. I can play Cleric. I can play Powered Shield on the Cleric. And then I can play the Holy Nova. Okay, so he's left with 1 Murloc on the board. Bloodlust is 6, so he would need Bloodlust plus Lightning Bolt or something. Had an Earthshock. Earthshock is nice. But I'm fine with that. I can use this to kill the Wall Eater. Okay. We're not gonna use that to kill the Wall Eater. Don't want to heal this up. So if I get it to 8... How much damage do I have? 7, 9... Not enough, not enough. Still need to go with the Unsleeping Soul, I think. Then I will have 4 more mana. So Cleric trades away the Wall Eater. Do I need to heal my face? I probably need to heal the minion. Probably need to heal this. Then I have to play Unsleeping Soul on it. Then I need to play extra arms on this. Then I need to trade away the totem, right? Okay, Hagata, but Hagata doesn't kill me. So I have 6. I have 8. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 mana. I have 8, 10, 20, 40. So heal, arms, divine spirit, inner fire, win. I need to find a watcher, preferably the ancient watcher. None of these is an ancient watcher. This is not good. Trying to hit legend really hard. Well, if you play good decks, then you will need to either play more or you need to play better. If you cannot do it. If you play bad decks, then it might be the deck. So this is some kind of a mech hunter, bomb hunter probably. I mean bomb hunter. I have not been drawing my early game. I mean, I have double divine spirit, so then inner fire this can be pretty decent, but I do need to get something. If I play the 4/7, he can just trade it away if he magnetizes a replicating menace here. But do I have any better ideas? Just wait and get hit in the face even more. No, I have to play the Shade Quill. I just have to. But I'd hope that he doesn't have a replicating menace. Well, he could also have like Venomizer or Spider Bomb. Well, that is not a replicating menace. That's a piece of good news. I do not have an inner fire yet. Probably want to kill the Explodinator, right? But I think I want to draw two. Rather than give him more mechs. Yeah, let's do that. Play the Cleric. Draw a little bit here. I think I need to powered shield this one. Obviously there are risks involved in everything. But I think this is the line. If he goes with Venomizer, then this would be the only one that would survive after the Venomizer. Okay. So this is actually pretty good right now. Only thing I'm missing is the inner fire. Killing off these mechs doesn't do a whole lot, most likely. If he has like Spider Bomb fireworks deck, that's good. I think the board is lost.
What is in Moon's will?
So it's time to make a couple of big minions and try to push a little bit of face damage here. See where that leads. Probably nowhere, because he has 4 pieces of hard removal in the deck. If he's able to find any of those, that is a really big deal. He found 2 of them. Fine. So now it looks unlikely that I can survive this. But yeah, that's the way it goes. If they find the hard removal pieces... Oh, just in time too. So 6, 7, 8, 9 damage already here. More is going to come. So if he has 2 damage from hand, he wins. Not a whole lot I can do about that, really. So 2 damage from hand and he wins. It was still a pretty close game, because if he didn't top deck the Venomizer, I would have actually won this. So it wasn't bad. Then Bomtos or Leroy. Not sure which one he's going for. Well, Bomtos. So I'll keep the Watcher. Let's see what else I can find. I have so many silence effects in the deck right now, so that I should always be able to find a silence effect. I can just keep the Watchers, and I should always be able to find the silences. Because there's the Librarian, there's Silence, there's Spellbreaker. Favorite particular version of Cyclone Mage? Well, as long as it has 2 Frost Novas, it should be pretty good. Alright, alright. Arcane Watcher time. No reason for me to use a silence on this now. I mean, he has the coin. It doesn't show here anymore because I was disconnected for a while. Even with the coin, killing this, well, he could shield block coin, shield slam. That would kill it. But he chooses not to. And I'm happy about that, I suppose. Let's silence it. Give it some health. Grabbing a Shade Quill. Is 8 health enough? Push him down to 2. Well, I can't silence the Ancient Watcher. If I were to play the Ancient Watcher there. So we can still kill that. That's probably okay. Let's make this one 10 health. With the Ancient Watcher and hit him in the face with that. So he still has the coin. So there's coin. Well, Dynamedic doesn't do anything. I don't think Weapons Project does a whole lot either. No, there's going to be coin shield slam. Okay, exactly. Oh, that's harsh. So Weapons Project actually did do something. Alright, I didn't see that coming. Tough. Hi, Ludi. Do I need to draw now? Because I have multiple options. I can heal this to 5 and play 5/5 Faceless Rager. I could play the 5/8 Quartz Elemental. I actually think I'll go with that one. Let's play the 5/8 here. Now I have seen the coin. At some point I will need to draw with the Cleric, of course. Not sure when yet. Okay. I don't particularly mind that Warpath because this I can just heal this up. And now I suppose is the time to draw with the Cleric when I saw the Warpath. Yeah, it's time to draw with the Cleric.
Someone injured?
Let's draw. Getting some extra arms. Okay, that can be useful later. I can go with the Faceless Rager here. And try to push a little. Hope that there's no Brawl. Brawl would be good. I have not found an Inner Fire. This is the full cost version of Silence Priest. Yeah, there are no other versions really. There is a Brawl. Okay. Well, I have 50% chance to win the Brawl. If a 5/8 wins, then it's a win for me. I have seen a weapon, I have seen a Warpath and I have seen a Brawl. I could go with the Henge, Clan Shade Quill and Librarian. I mean, how likely is it that he would have a second Brawl? But I don't want to give him a good way to deal with this. But I can just silence away the negative effects. I think that is acceptable at the moment. We're going with these. Smack him in the face some more. Okay. He's down to 18. I've seen a Brawl, I've seen a Warpath, I've seen a Shield Slam, I've seen a Shield Block, seen a Weapons Project. Only thing I'm missing is an Inner Fire. But he might of course have some useful stuff. That's going to be at Celiax, right? No, there's going to be a second Brawl. Okay, well, when the warrior is really lucky, then the warrior is lucky. Need to play the Arcane Watcher out there. Well, now I have seen both Brawls. I think I'm giving this one some arms. And then some more arms. Trying to punch face. I don't currently have a silence effect. Okay, so that draws Celiax or Militia Commander. Oh, he had a silence. Well, that's useful. And I don't have a silence. So Militia Commander, very powerful. Ziliax,
These illusions
not bad. Do I need to Divine Spirit now? Give this 14 health. And not Holy Nova yet. That's the way I think this has to go.
what these illusions with.
I need to Divine Spirit this one, so that I can keep pushing. And I must not play the Holy Nova yet. Because he could play like Ziliax and hope that it helps him as a taunt minion. One more turn and we get to the Omega Devastators. So I really needed a little bit of something here.
Your magic shall not save you.
He runs double silence in Warrior. That is just downright crazy. That's not even good in this meta. But fine. And I'm one off. And he... No, that was the Militia Commander, right? Well, I am one off. Need to Holy Nova now.
Your magic shall not.
Need to Spellbreaker and hit face. We'll put him down to 1. But now if he has an Omega Devastator, that can kill the 5/6. Okay, he gets some random mechs, top deck random mechs. He has a Doctor Boom. Then he needs... Well, he might not technically need anything here. Because he can trade away the 4/3. Then I have only 5 damage coming in. He's at 8. So if I find a silence effect, I win. I did not find a silence effect, and he gets another 7 armor next turn. That's rough. So that additional 7 armor next turn, just the best boom RNG. That's going to enable shield slams. I've already seen 1 shield slam, so maybe he doesn't have another. But now there's also the mechs. Okay, that killed that one. That has rush, so it can kill the 5/1. And I have only 5 damage here. Well, now I have 8, but that's still not enough. So I heal this up. If I push the 8 and I top deck Holy Nova, then I can win. If he doesn't have more armor. So I think it's time to push the 8. Let's push the 8. If he doesn't get more armor and I can top deck a Holy Nova, I can win. He top decks an Omega Devastator. That's a good top deck. But if there's no armor, I can win with a Holy Nova. I mean, it's 1 in 12, but it's still a chance. That's the Holy Nova. This is the out that I played for. I'm on the play, so I think I need to go with the Cleric. I can always find an extra arms, potentially. It's Aggro Priest. No, this is Silence Priest, like it says there. Silence Priest. That's what this is. Silence Priest is a very aggressive archetype, when you build it right. And I prefer to build the decks right instead of building them wrong. Because building them wrong means that I lose more. And I don't want that.
Right away.
Secrets A. Could be a freezing trap.
Right away.
Let's find out. So rat, snipe or snakes. Do I want to silence the Ancient Watcher now and use it to hit him in the face? Yes, I believe I do. Let's do that. Next turn is probably the Shade Quill, unless I can find some kind of healing move. But he probably aims to kill the cleric. Spider bomb. Don't see that every day. Oh, it's the secret mech build. Okay, I see what you're doing. Well, that then is also going to mean that there will be 9 lives. So even if I silence this spider bomb, there's still going to be the 9 lives. I suppose that's okay. I'll silence the spider bomb and we keep hitting him in the face. Because now that it's the secret mech hunter, that means that he is always going to have tons of more value than I am. Oh, an unleash. Fine, I'm fine with an unleash, I don't particularly mind. I got rid of my cleric, then what? Face is probably the proper place here. My response is going to be Holy Nova, right? But I will still be 1 off next turn. But if I don't do Holy Nova, then obviously I can't. He's going to be able to kill stuff from my board. So it looks like a Holy Nova to me. But I don't have enough damage to kill him yet. Celiax, 9 lives. Here comes the 9 lives. I fully expected the 9 lives. So that's nothing out of the ordinary. But that could very well be a freezing trap. If that is a freezing trap, he would keep a freezing trap and play it like this. Do I have anything good to throw into a freezing trap anyway? I don't have great stuff to throw into freezing trap regardless. I suppose I just need to attack with this even though it goes into the freezing trap. I have plenty of silence effects in hand. I can play Shade Quill and I can silence it, so that even if he manages to activate a Spider Bomb again, it doesn't heal him up. So that I will have better chances to do things later on. This of course is not yet lethal, but this is a potential lethal setup with the Inner Fire. He has the activation. Does he win the 50-50 roll? He does. That is obviously pretty sweet. That's probably a rat trap, right? I think it's a rat trap. So now things look really good for him. Yeah, now it's definitely a rat trap.
Is someone injured?
I will need to heal this up regardless, in order to draw a card. But now, I can't play a third card after the Powered Shield here. Alternatively, I could play an Ancient Watcher. Yeah, I need to play the Ancient Watcher here. That is the correct play. So we do this. Celiax is obviously a card that can potentially win. We'll see if he has a Celiax there. This can only kill itself off into the Ancient Watcher, so that's not very strong. But I think he wants to deny card draw. So I have 6 damage on board. Well, he has 8 mana available, so I suppose he will be able to do some things here. I think I'm fine with this. So I definitely have some outs here. Inner Fire is an out. 5, 10. If I can draw Inner Fire in the next 2 cards, that's an out. His extra arm's an out. Silence this 6, 8 damage. It is not an out. Unless I can find a silence effect or something. Holy Nova. Push 6. Holy Nova gives me lethal for next turn unless he has Celiax. It's Celiax or bust now. I believe this is the highest chance I have to win the game. If there is no Celiax, he is dead. There is no Celiax, he is dead. So nice. Yes. Inner Fire would have been the next one. But that doesn't matter. It's the Holy Nova that finishes him off anyway. Just the kind of stuff I need. Alright, we hard mulligan for the Watchers again. We are unable to find them again. I don't particularly want to play a Dalaran Librarian onto Inner Fire. And then a 5-3 Faceless Rager. Oh dear, oh dear. But I think I have to play this. Let's say this is a Bomb Hunter, he plays Galvanizer next turn. I can't let him start magnetizing stuff. I guess this works. Sort of. Not my favorite play of all time, but it's a play. It does things. Do I sacrifice this into the Spider Bomb? Or do I spend a silence effect and trade away the Spider Bomb? There are many other scary silence needs in the future. He might have more hard removal pieces, or he might not. I think I'll let go of this and play the Shade Quill. I think this will have to do. If he tries something like Replicating Menace here, then I can always silence that. I can always silence this here, then trade it away. I can even powered shield that one a little bit. Okay. We have dealt with some of the stuff, but there's still plenty more where those came from. Plenty more indeed. Interesting snip snapping. I can only silence one snips. You don't magnetize them together if you want to use them later. Well, he might still win this. It's not impossible.
Your magic shall not save you.
This one trades, right? I think this one trades. I heal that. Start pushing face. But we get to the ground where he can use another Spider Bomb and an Activator. Maybe I needed to push more damage somehow. I mean, if I can find some Divine Spirits, I'm still cool, but we're also closing in on the Missile Launcher Venomizer opportunity. And that is a big deal. I wants to ensure that he will have something to magnetize on. And in that he succeeds. Well, let's see. This could be an Unsleeping Soul turn. It probably is. We start with the Cleric.
Is someone injured?
And with the heal on this. Do I want to take a trade on the Explodinator? Deny that from killing the Cleric. I guess I might. But first I want to heal this up. Draw a card. Then I want to Unsleeping Soul this. And I may or may not take the trade there. I can't prevent him from magnetizing. So I might as well hit face. I put him down to 14. I think this is better. Well, he can't do the Venomizer missile launcher yet. But he can have a Ziliax, which is very, very powerful right here. Because that's a lot of healing. So I have 14 damage from one of these, but that's not going to be enough. No. I still just need to trade away the Ziliax. 3, 5, 6 mana. I can trade away the Ziliax and then I can draw a card. Next turn he could have the missile launcher. Venomizer missile launcher. That's actually really scary. Because there are cards that he hasn't played for a long time there. Do I have any outs if he has that? I don't think I do. So I think we're going in now. I think we're going in and then we'll see if he has the combo. If he has the combo, then he probably wins. Because I can't figure out a way to deal with that. Obviously if I can top deck silence, then that gives me some time, but on the other hand, if he doesn't have the combo here, then I probably just win. So then I tried to formulate some kind of an alternative plan, and eventually I landed on the Quartz Elemental as the minion of choice. I had the... what is it? The one that makes your other minions cost 3 more. I had that one up there for a while. They ended switching it up. Hunter kept 3 cards. He's on the coin, so he could coin Galvanizer now. I obviously can't really answer that because I don't even have Miniman. He had the Galvanizer. And he had the Mecha Room. Well, that's a pretty powerful turn 1. We'll see what we can do about that, but unlikely that I can do much. Because he probably will be able to kill this. He wasn't able to kill that, and that's sort of good news. Because that means that I can actually make another minion. But we're still heavily losing the board already. He should have kept some hard removal. Or alternatively, he can just top deck some hard removal, that works too. So I'll have to silence this. Can't use the Unsleeping Soul now. So I'm all in on him not finding more hard removal. Okay, if I'm all in on that, then I'm all in on that. 3, 4, 5 damage. If he has a discounted war gear, he can kill this. I'm going to have to Divine Spirit this, right? I think so, yes. I have to silence that. And I have to extra arms this. And then I have to Divine Spirit it. And go face. And hope that he can't find a second piece of hard removal. Because obviously if he has more hard removal, then that's really, really strong. So I'm down to 16. He has 10 on board. Only 6 from hand. I need an Inner Fire top deck, right? Well, I could also try to work with Holy Nova. I hit there, Holy Nova. He's still left with a 1/1 mech. I think I will have to do that. It's not very strong. We'll see. And Explodinator potentially doing a lot of things. Well, then I end up finding the Inner Fire. If he finds hard removal, I will die. Well, I know that. What if I don't show him all the damage? 14, he has 4 on board. There is the option of not showing him all the damage yet. I think I'm not showing him all the damage yet. Because when I do it like this, he thinks that he has an additional turn, but he doesn't necessarily have it.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
But this is not lethal. And I intentionally didn't want to let him know that actually I have some more damage coming here, so that I could bait him into making a decision that doesn't involve trying to kill this with all means possible. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.